Welcome my dear student. Our today's topic is the design processing. So whenever in a VRDL language, whenever you have to design a certain thing, for example, there is a question of to design a certain adder which is performing an addition on 2 bit. So whenever there is a thing that we have to perform addition of only 2 bit, it means we have to design a half adder. So if we have to design a half adder, for that purpose, what are the steps or how we can design that by using VRDL? That the thing will be things will be studied here in this design processing. A visual description of design is used to simulate the design and perhaps to synthesize the hardware. This involves the processing of the description using the computer-based tools to create a simulation program to run or hardware netlist to build. Both the simulation and synthesis requires two preparatory steps, like there are some different steps, like for example that steps are this: analysis, design, library and content, elaboration and execution. Among that, the analysis and elaboration simulation then involve the executing the elaborated model, whereas the synthesis involves the creating netlist of primitive circuit element that performs the same function as the elaborated model, which is perform the elaborated model also. Now the first step is the analysis. So whenever you have to design certain terms, we have to first analyze that particular term. We have to first analyze that particular circuit, whatever you have to design. So the first term is the analysis. The first step of the processing is design is to analyze the VDL description. A correct description must conform to the rules of syntax and semantic. An analyzer is one of the tools that verification of this. If the description fails to meet with the rules, the analyzer provides a message indicating the location of the problem and which rule was broken. We can then correct the error and retry the analysis. Another task performed by the analyzer in most of the VHDL systems is to translate the description into the internal form more easily, processed by the remaining tools, whether such a translation is done or not. The analyzer places each successfully analyze the description into the design library. A complete VHDL description usually consists of a number of entity declarations and their corresponding architecture bodies. Each of these is called as a design unit, organizing a design as a hierarchy of the modules rather than one large flat design is a good engineering practices. Make the description much easier to understand and manage. The analyzer analyzes each design unit separately and place the internal form into the library as a library unit. If a unit being analyzed uses another unit, the analyzer external information about other unit from the library to check that the unit is used correctly. For example, if an architecture body is instantaneous and entity, the analyzer needs to change or to check the number. It will check a type, it will check a mode of the entity to make sure that it is the instanted correctly, it is installed properly, it is installed correctly. To do this, it requires that the entity be previously analyzed and stored it in the library very correctly. That is a very important step of this first analysis, first term of the analysis. And this analysis term is very important because this is not a first step, but if suppose it is properly done, then and only then we will perform the another operation, then only then we will do the design very correctly and sharply and properly. Okay, so for that purpose this design processing is very important. Now we see that there are the dependency relations between the library units in a complete description that enforce an order of analysis of the original design unit. So we divide the design unit into the primary unit, which include the entity declaration, and secondary unit, which include the architecture body. there are other kind of a design unit in such as, because we will definitely divide that the complete design unit in the two parts in terms of the analysis. So first part is called as the primary unit, second part is called as the secondary unit. So whenever we are dealing with the primary units, that include the interior declaration, and if you are dealing with the secondary unit, it includes the architecture bodies. And a primary unit defines the external view or the interface of the module, whereas the secondary unit describes the implementation of a module. Thus, the secondary unit depends on the corresponding primary unit and must be analyzed after the primary unit has been analyzed properly. In addition to that, a library unit may draw upon facilities defined in some other primary unit. In case of an architecture body, instantiating some other entity. In this case, there is a further dependency between the secondary unit and the reference primary unit. Thus, we may build up a network dependency of a unit upon a primary unit. The analysis must be done in such an order that a unit analyzed before any of the dependent. Also, whenever we change or we reanalyze a primary unit, all of the dependent units must be reanalyzed properly. In that we will use this, the first step of design procedure is to analyze a certain terms very correctly. Thank you very much. In the next video we will discuss the another step.